Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. You know what's been getting extremely oversold and hammered over the past couple of months is energy stocks. Energy stocks, of course, oil itself, commodities, select commodities have been getting really hammered. That part of that's courtesy of the rising dollar. But really, we're talking about oil stocks, and you can look at the XLE, which is the ETF that represents the S&P 500 energy sector, has been absolutely hammered, and it continues to be hammered. Really hasn't been any let up yet, but I think from a relative strength or relative weakness, switching to relative strength kind of play, this could be something for the next sort of few weeks out to consider on the long side. Mind you, this is not a recommendation; it's simply my opinion. So keep that in the right context, if you will. So this is the monthly chart of this thing, and you can see basically the 2009 uptrend line here is slowly coming back into support, and so it'll be interesting to see if we can get some sort of an oversold bounce there in a market that's been trading very heavy, all else being equal. In a weekly chart, you can see the same thing. We're getting increasingly more oversold. Then we go to a daily chart, and you see how we are absolutely oversold. In fact, we haven't been at these oversold levels like these, according to the RSI, since let's see, we have to go back very far. Let's call that 2001 and maybe 2002. Okay, so that's definitely something to respect, and potentially, or certainly, if one has been short, maybe it's time to cover some of these kind of positions. If we now look at this a little bit differently, we can look at something like some of the drillers, the OIH, which is the ETF on this. You can see this is coming back, almost back into the February lows after having gone absolutely vertical here, sort of through a multi-year perspective. You can see the slope that has gone too steep has now fully retraced here to getting extremely oversold, and probably setting up for some sort of a bounce on the drillers. So you can see when the market tanks, one of the things you can do, instead of just trying to blindly buy stuff that you feel for some reason it's oversold, look at stuff that's been underperforming for quite a bit longer before the broader market started tanking. In this case, the energy sector, and particularly the drillers, the OIH, for example, has been doing just that. So I think if and when the market does starts bouncing again, at least for a more sustainable oversold bounce through a multi-week, maybe 1 or 2 month lens, I think these stocks should be able to bounce quite a bit. So I hope this makes sense. If you've got any questions, as always, you can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is SteadyTrader, and I'll see you in the next video.